What's going on, folks? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's your main man JD in the building, along with the crew. We are all remote today, so we are giving this a good old college try because man, all the setup and stuff that you had to do to try to get this up and running is crazy. But anyway, you guys don't care about that. All you guys care about is the content that you are about to get, and that content is The Big Show. This is our third episode of The Big Show. So yeah, I'm super excited to be hanging out with you guys tonight. Of course, on our topic list today, we're going to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. The final trailer came out for that. We're also going to discuss the projections for the box office for Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then we're also going to start another discussion on Clayface specifically, but more so DC Studios and if they are going to a full horror sort of outlet at this point. So yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. Steve changed up the background. I love it. And finally, we're going to discuss some of the breaking news updates coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. So we have a jam-packed episode of The Big Show tonight. Let me start checking out the chat and saying what's up to everybody. So give me 1 second. I gotta move this down a little bit. Boom and boom. Okay, should be good. So let's see what we got going on in the chat. One Mr. KRMB in the building.
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Good to see you as always, sir. One Mr. Patrick Wheeler in the building says hi, JD,
Patrick?
James, and Steve.
What's up,
Patrick?
Good to see ya.
And we also got Angie in the building who already asked a question.
Good to see ya.
Yes. So let's just get this question out the way first real quick. She says at us, since both Spider-Man and the Ghostbusters are in New York City, what if the Ghostbusters meet Spider-Man? Now that would be an interesting crossover. The one thing that I wonder about is like, how would you blend that? It would be cool if you were able to somehow figure out a way to blend those groups together.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know if you guys are Ghostbusters fans. Are you guys Ghostbuster fans?
I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Awesome.
I saw the original way back in the day in theaters. So yeah.
Man, yeah, I did not see it in theaters, but I definitely watched it many times on HBO.
Yes.
That was like one of the movies that they would always show on HBO when it was like a thing to have HBO.
Yeah.
Like it was a big thing to have HBO. So
yeah, you were balling. You're
like balling out of control, man. Balling out of control.
Casually throw it in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Life is good,
big
bro.
shout out to Patrick for sending us 200 jewels. Says he sent us an emoji that says flow state. So that means we must be entering the flow state, the level of calmness, the
I do feel
zen
calm
level,
today.
right?
So zen right now. I do.
Right?
All day. I didn't know I was there, but here I am.
Yeah, I know. Hold on a
So
second.
flow. So flow. All right. Did y'all like all right, so everyone here. Ghostbusters 1 or 2? Which one?
One.
1?
Yeah.
Steve.
I don't honestly don't even remember the second one.
Huh?
I honestly don't even remember the second one.
For God's sake.
Oh, like I don't remember it at all. I definitely don't remember it. Now that you say that, I definitely don't remember it.
Yeah, Bobby Brown did the soundtrack.
You did the soundtrack.
Took over from Ray Parker, but I
did.
It's not as memorable to me. You're right. It has moments. It had its moments, but it didn't do the same for me.
Yeah, if I feel like if I don't remember it, it's a problem.
Well, 1 kind of had its own little thing though. Like you didn't. I mean, good lord, you had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. How do you really top that? I mean, that's iconic. I mean, you're still really I mean, as far as like the progression goes, it stands alone. It's like it's memorable, but 2 was like had a whole darker feel to it. Like, and it was kind of like, where do you go from there? And they
it was
definitely
darker.
up the stage. Yeah, they definitely up the ante with that one.
Yeah, one of the days I'm gonna have to go back and check that out, man. Just so you guys know, if you're watching right now, thanks for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button right now. And if you throw your comments in the chat, we will display them on the screen and discuss them. This show is more interactive than any show you will probably ever watch on YouTube. So,
Ever.
Yeah, ever. Speaking of which, Albert, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy? Good to see ya.
Good to see you as always. He says, yo, what's up? So yeah, what's up, man?
Albert?
What's up? Good to see you as always.
I think I need to get a hat on right now. I just gotta find like
Yeah, you
like,
do.
Hat, shine head.
Shine head. Shine head. I love the shine head though. You rocking the shine head. If I had shaved, I would take my hat off. Actually, no, I wouldn't.
No, you don't.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No, I
be
wouldn't.
solo today. That's all right.
No, I wouldn't. Yep, you good. Let's see what else we got. KR says 1. Says 2 is the sewers.
Yeah. Oh, that's the ooze. She's talking about the ooze and the sewers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Like,
she's not saying it's horrible
bit.
and it's trash. She's saying there's stuff in the sewers. Yeah.
Oh.
New York. There's like this like, pink ooze. It's like hateful. Stuff like that. Yeah. It's been a long time for me too, but yeah, that's the gist of it.
No, I didn't not
like
seen
the 2
it.
recent ones they've done either.
There was it's kind of hard to really do. It's just really hard to remake that and make it stick the same.
Yes.
I mean, it's just because you're really trying to hit a new audience and the old one, and I just the hard. It's so much harder than people give it credit for. Yeah. So you gotta be just right with it and find that happy medium.
Right. Patrick says, are the Ghostbusters Marvel? No, they are not Marvel, but it'd be an interesting mashup if they were to to come along and do something together. 1 is better than 2, but the new one is okay as well. And he says, wait, there are 4 Ghostbuster films?
Yeah.
If you start counting them,
I think.
Yeah. There's the one with the ladies I know relatively most recently. Then there was the one with Paul Rudd that came out. So I know those 2.
And they did one more after that too.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's wild, man. That's wild. I didn't even really realize that.
Yeah. There's another Paul Rudd. There's 2 Paul Rudd ones, I think.
Wow. Oh, wow. Nope. Missed all of that, guys. Missed all of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see any more chats. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what we're going to cover today real quick. Like I said, first topic up is Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're going to discuss the final trailer and then also the predictions for the box office for Spider-Man Brand New Day, at least the opening weekend box office. Then after that, we're going to discuss some of DC Studios and how they are leaning into the horror aspects of some of the movies that they are putting out, namely the Clayface trailer that just dropped this week. So we're going to discuss that. And then we're going to wrap up the show with a probably lengthy conversation on San Diego Comic-Con 2026 and some of the some of the information that has dropped from that event. Angie talking about Ghostbusters says, I would blend it in with imagination, of course. Yeah, of course. I get that. I get that.
All right. You could make it work, but
of course, yeah, you can make it work. Patrick says, I think the girl one isn't included in the Ghostbusters timeline. I don't know.
I don't think it is
in the universe.
Yeah, that was
the Paul Rudd ones that you're talking about. Those 2 are though. They have the old. They reference the old one. Like I think Venkman shows up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of me. It does a good job of handling like being true and kind of tying it together.
All I know is that I did not see it.
The all-girl one, I think I saw like part of it and just kind of pretty much fell asleep, so I couldn't.
Yeah, I saw the all-girl one too, and then that was the last one. That was the last one. Aubrey says, "What? What does what mean? What are you wedding, Aubrey?
No,
Thanks for hanging out with us, though. But go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe button while you're here. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get popping. Patrick says I can't wait for the Green Lantern TV show. Yeah, we're gonna discuss that once we get to the DC section.
Really
if I forget, remind me to discuss that when we get to the DC section. All right. Let me switch my
screens. They really haven't done
up.
the Green Lantern right yet, though.
No.
I mean,
it's
for one of the more fabled characters out there, they really haven't done a lot with them.
Agreed. Angie says, okay, we'll get back to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
As you can see on my very high-tech graphic that I created, says Spider-Man Brand New Day. So that means we're going to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. So yes, of course, Spider-Man Brand New Day just dropped its final trailer this past week. I think it was called like Peter's Progression or Peter's Peter's Transformation, or basically it was all about Peter Parker, and it showed some clips from when he was younger in the series and where he is at now. So yeah, I'm going to read a little bit and then we shall discuss. It says the final trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day is here, and it sees Tom Holland's Peter Parker swinging onto screens once again. The new teaser, which can be viewed above, takes us through a brief recap of the first 3 films, all while Peter recites the letter he wrote to MJ. He intended to give her at the very end of Spider-Man No Way Home. Yes, I'm still crying. No, I'm not crying. As we fast forward to present day, we see Peter take the letter out of its hiding spot before cutting to fights with Scorpion, Savage Hulk, and the Hand. And then, just in case you had stopped crying for a second, we cut to Peter as Spider-Man entering MJ's apartment and saying, "I made a promise that I would always keep you safe." So, all that being said, how do you guys feel about Spider-Man Brand New Day? Are you excited for it? I think the more I hear about it, I'm at a point where I just really need to see the movie. I don't know if I'm like overly excited or like I'm starting to feel like I'm losing it or something. Like I don't know what it is, but like I need to see the movie. Like I'm at that point. Yeah. What do you think, James?
I'm kind of ready to see where they go with it. They've done a good job tying the past few together, and I think this. I kind of wonder if this isn't like the thing we talked about on the Marvel X-Men show, where like they're gonna get a whole lot of movie into a little bit of in a really like tightly packed. Because if you're gonna have the Scorpion in there, and you're gonna have the Hulk, and then you're gonna have like the Hand, those are all like long storyline characters, and those are all long developing things, and you're gonna have to like be very on point with getting them all together at the same time in the same movie and make it coherent and not feel rushed or plotting or any of those things. So good on them for putting a lot of characters in there. But from the previews, I really feel like we're gonna see like the next step for him. Something's gonna happen with him, and I really kind of hope it lets him evolve, because he has been stagnant, I think, the past movie or so. The last one was meh. It was good, but I just want more. So, all right. Steve?
Real put.
Yeah, go ahead.
Very well put. Very well put, gentlemen. Very well put. I agree with a lot of what we just said. I'm ready to just see it now, just like you said, Jeremy. But where I'm at with this now, what I like is that we're starting to see a mature Spider-Man, something that I've been screaming since I was in high school that I want to see on the big screen, even the animated. I'm ready to see a mature Spider-Man, a character that's at the point in their lives where they're wondering, like, is it worth it? Like, what am I doing? I'm in the point. I'm not teenage Spider-Man. I'm not college Spider-Man anymore. And then really, we haven't really got a chance to see that. We didn't get a chance to see that with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, the Andrew Garfield. I guess Spider-Man 3, they were starting to get there with it, but I want to see a mature Spider-Man as he goes further along in his journey. And I think unless you read comics, you haven't really got a chance to see that on the big screen, even in the animated series. So I'm excited about that. What kind of scares me with this is I have not enjoyed what Marvel has put out in a while. They haven't hit a home run in a while. Everything has kind of been, like you said, okay, That'll do. I enjoyed the last Spider-Man, but they haven't hit a home run in a long time.
Yeah.
That right there makes me a little bit nervous. The way they ended, how are they going to continue the relationship between Spider-Man and MJ? I want to see where they go with that. And so I'm excited about this because it is Spider-Man, but I want to see it. I just want to see the movie right now, and I want to see Marvel on the right path. This is the fourth Spider-Man movie. We haven't seen that before yet. So now, where do we go with the fourth film? This is a big one. This is the fourth one. So we'll see where it goes. I'm excited, but at this point, I'm ready to see a good movie.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the build up to Doom, like I view everything under the lens of Doomsday, unfortunately. So like I see Doomsday and I'm like, okay, that's coming out. So everything else really doesn't matter until we get to that point. But just knowing that Avengers Doomsday is coming, I want to know how this movie ties into it, because it's the only movie that we have before that starts. We have Vision Quest, the TV show, which we're going to be covering on here every week. It drops in October, so we'll be watching that and covering that and reacting to that, of course. But otherwise, we don't have anything else until actually it's time for Doomsday. I know they're going to re-release Endgame and add a few like extra special features onto the end of it, so that'll be cool, but I need more. So I hope that they don't go light on the tie-in to Doomsday. I hope that there's some sort of nod to that movie happening, and maybe this is going to help lead into it before we get there, because I don't want to just go into Doomsday and it'll be kind of like a jolt, it'll be jarring a little bit just to jump into such a large and heavy story coming from nowhere. So I hope we get some sort of prelude, a little bit of warm up through Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, I do think Steve had a good point. You want to see the grown up version of Spider-Man and MJ. And that's one of the things that you don't really think a whole lot about. MJ had his back. She knew what he was. He was a multi-million-dollar model, and she supported him. And so she had his back all the way through. Like, and just everything. She was his rock. So I mean, they really haven't played that up much. I mean, we've seen them Spider-Man and MJ together, but we haven't seen them really her be that for him yet. And that would be kind of cool to see more of the more mature side of that. It's been kind of high school so far.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve.
No, I was gonna say, on that note of like maturity with him is, one of the knocks I've had on this sort of, Marvel Universe / Sony production of Spider-Man is they've kind of turned Spider-Man, and he kind of got out of it the last movie, to be fair. They've really made Spider-Man, I call him Iron Boy, because like he's been kind of a secondary character. Like in the Sony world, he's like their Superman, their Batman. Over here in the MCU, he was kind of Iron Boy, and it's like I kind of wanted to see him mature. And granted, the last movie I thought it got there. So yeah, I want to see more of that. And like you said, we got to get a strong tie-in, I think, to do that.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. One other thing that I was thinking about as far as the movie is concerned, as we get to the older Spider-Man, like both of you guys talked about, it will be interesting to see that sort of adult Spider-Man story start to unfold, because you had so much of his character was a kid learning his powers, was a kid turning into a man. But now we're going to get this evolution, I'm hoping, of Spider-Boy turning into Spider-Man. So I want to see how that looks different. Just like you said, Steve, we haven't seen that before. We don't know what that looks like. We don't know what a full-on adult Spider-Man looks like, other than the Into the Spider-Verse movies. Like that's about all we got. And that was really only the second one. Yeah, I think. But yeah. Well, even in the first one too.
But
But
I was just gonna bring up Into the Spider-Verse because that is a show that I cannot wait for part 3.
yeah, I know. It might not come out until another 12 years from now with all the ways it's been delayed so far.
I am so salty. I took my kids to that one. I took all 3 boys to that one when it came out in theaters. I was so excited, and I thought, okay, maybe 6 months, maybe a year.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's been a couple years now. And they've asked about like, hey, when does that next one come out? And I'm like,
yeah, no, it's as far as I know, I think the earliest we're gonna be able to get it is 2028. So
I thought it was like the tail end of 27, but
yeah, I'd heard 28. Yeah, I know. Long time to wait.
In college by the time that comes out again. Man.
Long time to wait.
That was a really, really good movie though.
It was amazing.
Yes,
it was amazing.
So good. So good.
I couldn't believe it when I watched it.
How good it was.
Yeah. Like my daughter Jazz had watched it and she was like, "Oh, Dad, you really got to see the Into the Spider-Verse." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And eventually I went to go watch it, and like she watched it with me because it was one of her favorite movies at the time. She's probably seen it dozens of times, but after or as we were watching it, we got to certain points and I looked over it. I'm like, dude, this is like really good. Not just good. This is really good. And let alone the animation style is incredible.
Amazing.
Like, oh my God. It looks so good.
So good.
Yeah.
It looks so good. Yeah.
Just watched it like, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
When I tell you I despised Miles Morales before that movie.
Really?
I could not stand Miles Morales before that movie came out. Like I wanted no part of that comic. I wanted nothing to do with Miles Morales. Yeah. And I watched that and I was like, I don't think I've been wrong like this before ever. This was point.
He was fun in the comic books, but like in the movie, just made it like, oh, okay,
it made it completely different.
I kind of feel this, and they handled it was tongue in cheek, but they handled it so well. I just loved a little bit of it. The first one and the second one was I was. As rarely does the second one stand up to the first one when I really, really like the first. But that one, good Lord, I remember being just, holy crap, this is an amazing. And then I don't even think I realized going into part 2 that it was going to be incomplete like that. And I mean, just like, I think actually I was with Jeremy when we went and saw the first Infinity War. Yeah, and I was sitting there watching it, and I go, like, it was like less than 10 minutes, and I'm like, we're running out of real estate, and he was like, what? There's gonna be a part 2, and he was like, what? And I was like, this isn't gonna end here. Holy crap, he's gonna like. And then he won. We were both I think we left the theater just like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, that goes back to the days where we used to go watch movies, James, and then we'd spend like an hour in the parking lot talking about the movie. But yeah, no, Infinity War, like I don't know how we can talk about it. Infinity War, that was probably my greatest movie going experience. Yeah, only because when that movie was over, the crowd, everyone was silent. Like, I mean, you could hear a pin drop in there. And like, just to see a movie, like you don't expect to go to an Avengers movie and not leave out of there clapping. Like that's always been everyone that I've seen, everyone that I've watched with anybody or been to the theater and seen multiple times, people end up clapping at the end of it. This one, it was silent, like silent. And I remember, like, as soon as it was over, somebody yelled, like, "Is that it?" And, and I was like, oh my goodness. And then like the music and stuff was sad, but yeah, that was probably my greatest like movie going experience. Endgame is probably a close second because the epicness of that, but
that scene, the scene where like who is it? Captain America picks up the hammer. Yeah. And like you could feel everybody just like, people were cheering. It was
like when they started his charge, you could just people like, oh, I'm ready to fight too.
I know. Let me at him. Bring me that house.
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great. Part 2 of this conversation, I wanted to jump into a little discussion on the box office for Spider-Man Brand New Day. So I guess the predictions now are at 180 million plus. will be the biggest opening of this year to date. So it says, disregard any funk that's going on at the box office for Sony. Marvel Studios' Spider-Man Brand New Day is arriving to save the day on July 31st with a 3-week tracking projections indicating a $180 to $190 million start. If those numbers stick, Brand New Day would rep the second biggest opening of the franchise behind 2021 Spider-Man No Way Home, 260.1 million, the second biggest domestic opening ever behind Disney Marvel Studios Avengers Endgame with $357.1 million. Dude, how do you have an opening weekend of $357 million? Like, I was right. That's just here.
Yeah,
that's just here. That's crazy. I remember earlier this year being excited about the Michael Jackson biopic getting close to crossing 100 million. And it's rare that a movie gets to 300 million on its own, let alone somehow making $351 million in its opening weekend. Or 357. Yeah, so that is unreal. So yeah, I guess it's tracking for 180 to 190 million. To me, that sounds about right. Which would be, it's still a crazy number for the way things are, especially with the economy now. Everything seems to be a little bit down. Do you guys think, and we'll start with you, Steve, do you think that Spider-Man Brand New Day will hit its projection of 180 to 190 million dollars?
Yes. I mean, I think it'll hit 180. That's more of a conservative estimate. I think that's something that they can do between 160 and 180. If you remember in the beginning of the year, Marvel was saying this movie could get to like have an opening of 300 million. The last movie opened at 260. Right. So, I think 180, I think between 160 and 180, I think you can make that. My prediction going into the summer was that Toy Story 5 would win the gold. I thought Spider-Man would be coming up too, and I thought the bronze would be given to the Odyssey. I'll see if that holds true. Now, I think this is a big one because if this goes under 180, Marvel and Disney have to be kind of concerned because going into Doomsday, because I mean, like if you would have heard the predictions early in the year, they were clearly saying 220 to 300.
Right. Oh yeah.
Now they brought it back a little bit. So this will be interesting to kind of see where they go with that, because if they can't meet that estimate, they're gonna have to be a little concerned about that. We know last year, 2 years ago, Fantastic Four came out. It had a solid opening, but it didn't get where they projected. So this will be interesting. I think I would say right now, my prediction, 165.
Okay. All right, James, what do you think, sir? Will Spider-Man Brand New Day hit 180 to 190 million dollar projection?
I think it'll just touch 180. I guess the question I have is, like, how did the last Civil War, the one with Falcon, the Falcon and the
goodness, not good.
Yeah, no, but how did it do the first week though?
Not good.
Not good. Okay.
No, not good. I'll let you look it up, Steve, because I don't want to switch my screen.
Yeah.
No, not good.
Right,
not
I'll
good.
check that later on. But yeah, it was okay. I'm thinking that one probably pulled like 120, 130. And if that one can pull 120, 130 on the first week, then this one can pull like 180, 190, I'd say. I think there's a lot more people going to be behind this movie, and the previews look really good. I watched the previews to the Falcon and the Avenger movie, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember watching the previews and being like, what is happening right now? Like, what is I'm watching the previews and I'm confused about what you're trying to do.
Right.
And it got worse when I watched the actual movie.
Right.
So, but I think this one, I definitely think can touch 180, maybe 190. I could, just because of the history and because of the lineage we have going on and the excitement, and I think it's going to be a quality movie too. The only thing that might drag it back is the fact that we are on movie 4, and people do tend to get a little tired of the same the same storyline, same actors, same everything, and we've never seen anybody touch the fourth movie like you said earlier. So that could be a concern, but I do think they can touch 180, and I definitely think they'll get to 400 by the end of the month. Yeah,
I can see that.
So,
and then
JD, what about you?
We're just predicting domestic, right?
Yeah, it's just domestic, not worldwide.
Domestic. Okay.
Yep, because worldwide is that's a little different. Some movies show in certain places, not in other places. So yeah, we just do domestic. That's about the only way that we can keep the numbers relatively equal across time. Even though movie tickets are more expensive now, especially when you start thinking about premium format for movies and IMAX and Dolby Digital, and there's an upcharge for a lot of those. So the movie totals. Oh yeah, of course. The movie totals that we get now are definitely inflated a bit compared to when we were all younger. So but yeah, that's pretty much our segment on Spider-Man Brand New Day. We're excited about it. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below, because we will share them and I will respond to them as soon as I see them. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. My name is JD. I see James. I see Steve. This is The Big Show. We'll see you when we see you. Peace, love, all that stuff. All right. So let me jump into these comments. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Whenever we do a segment, I don't like to throw the comments on the screen, but I will get to the comments as soon as the segment is over. But before we even do that, we went up to 1,395 subscribers. So let's get a little dance party going on real quick.
I forgot you can't see it with my background.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for subscribing to watch stuff with us. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I know.
There you go. Yes, thank you so much for subscribing to watch stuff with us. I truly appreciate it. Get those dance emojis up in the chat real quick for me. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to watch stuff with us. All right. Let's look at these questions and comments real quick. Let's see where to start. KR says those Dr. Doom witches armored costumes presented at Comic-Con are creating a lot of speculation. Oh, we will get into those shortly. We will discuss those shortly. That is coming up. Albert says, facts on those take. Marvel hasn't been good for a few years. Yeah, man. I think Marvel put out a lot of content that was average at best, and it has led to a little bit of dilution of the brand and the name and what it represents, because you had so much peak coming out, and now we don't have nearly as much peak coming out. So we got to hope that this is a return to form for Marvel. Albert asks, do they count at-home movie rentals of movies that are still in the theaters in with those box office numbers? Because I won't lie to you, I don't and haven't gone to a movie theater since 2020. Yeah, I don't blame you. They don't count that. It's only like what is actually bought in the theater. Now, I'm one of those proponents. I don't know about you guys. I'm one of those proponents that any movie that you release in a theater, to me, should be released at home. If you told me that, like, okay, here's Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out. Tell me that opening weekend that I had to pay $60 and I could watch it at home, I 100% would pay the $60 as opposed to going to the theater. The only time I really want to go to the theater is when it's an event movie. So like Doomsday, I already bought my tickets. Like we'll be there for that. So like that's an event. I wouldn't drop the 60 for that. I dropped the 75 to go to the theater to go watch it with the with a group of people. But like the other movies, I don't know if I'd actually go. Like I like the theater, but it's not really. I don't have to have the theater. I'm super comfortable at home. I got new couches. I like my popcorn. I got a large TV. Like I would be real comfortable spending that $60, $70 to watch it opening weekend at home. What do you guys think, man?
Yeah, I think the studios, I think, will do everything they can to block that from happening.
Oh, for sure.
Because like, let's say, you say I'll pay $60, and you have a household full of people watching the movie for that $60. It would have, the theater would have got $300-$400 off this movie. You only pay $60 sitting in your family.
Yep.
And I
the only positive thing though for the movie theaters are the ones that would lose out. The film industry and like the actual studios,
they might make more.
They would make more because they get all of that money. They don't share any of that money. So go ahead though.
That's a good point. Then I've seen that tank a lot of movies too. Like Wonder Woman 84 got tanked with the whole home release thing. And it wasn't a great, and the movie was bad. It was bad and bad. It didn't help.
Yeah.
It didn't help. Tenet, I thought struggled just with the home box office type deal with that. Now look, I'm
Tenet
all
was confusing to watch though too. People were confused. I'm still a little confused about that movie. That movie was like, what's happening?
Right. It was, that was an odd one. That was an odd one. I'm all for, like the debut. After they start going from your big movies start losing theaters as the weeks go down, that's when I'm more than happy with putting it on a digital platform.
Right. Yep.
I do feel like there's gonna be people who just want to go see a movie though. So I mean, I get that. I like to go to a movie occasionally. Sometimes it's nice just to get out of the house and go do something different and be someplace else and enjoy a good movie. And sometimes, like, me and JD know, like, sometimes a bad movie is more fun to make fun of.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Because if you go with the right people, a bad movie can be
it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. I see your comment over on Twitch. Midnight Blue says any God of War Lofty announcement at San Diego Comic-Con. No, the only not that I know of, at least the only stuff that I saw coming out of San Diego Comic-Con video game news wise was the gameplay trailer for the Wolverine game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm an Xbox guy. So whenever they start doing the PlayStation exclusive stuff, I get kind of annoyed. But yeah, I would love to play the new God of War game once that comes out. I think that's like a next year game, I believe. I like the preview. I know some people were upset because it's a female like lead character and all that stuff too. Like, man, people need to get over that crap. But yeah, I am excited for it. So yeah, I hope I addressed that at least a little bit. I will go back and check. So yeah, you should go ahead and hit that follow button right now so you can catch up with us. And we're going to be on here tomorrow night too, talking about San Diego Comic-Con, all the stuff coming out of Hall H. So yeah. But yes, I think, let me see what else. Oh, I got a bunch of comments over here too. Patrick says more Vision. When is that? Vision Quest TV show coming out in October, I believe. They haven't released a ton of information on it. They released like the title, like the theme song from it, who was written by Michael Giancano's son, Nicholas Giancano. So like Giancano is the guy who did like the Star Trek themes, like the newer ones. Did a lot of the, like, I think Lord of the Rings theme. Like he's done a lot of stuff. Great pedigree with that one. Musician. Oh yeah, for sure. Will MJ and Ned remember Peter at the end of the film? I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep, I believe so. And I think that Sadie Sink's Jean Grey is going to be the one who helps them to remember who they used to be. I think she's going to do that. Like that's her thing in this whole movie. She's been controlling a whole lot of people, including the Hulk and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's I'm probably more excited to see how that all is going to play out than I am to see like how Spider-Man and his powers changing is going to play out. So, is Spider-Verse coming out in 27? I thought it was 28, but it may be 27. I know James said 27 or at the end of 27. Said he saw the first two in the cinema. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. They look great on the big screen. It's one of the few movies that I wish I would have saw in 3D. Like you can't really a lot of movies are come out now and they're like the fake 3D. Like the only movies that I really would go see is like something like that or like Avatar amazing in 3D. Amazing. Like that's totally worth it. Patrick says, are they going to have another Xavier and Magneto? Yes. There are a few casting rumors going around. Originally, it was like Adam Driver was going to be the new Magneto, but that got debunked. Then they said he was going to be Mr. Sinister, and then that got debunked. And then now they're saying that he will possibly be William Stryker, the guy who like built and created the Sentinels. So that could be okay. I don't want to see any more like movies centered around Stryker. Like we've seen that already.
I've seen enough.
Yeah,
I would love to see him as Sinister though. Like I feel like he would be a great Sinister. Like he has the look, like he could play that type of character really well. So they started hyping it up last December. Yeah, they hyped it up, but then the Spider-Verse got delayed again. So they had started the rollout a little bit and then it got delayed.
Again.
So Patrick says, I reckon it will do better than Fantastic Four. Yeah, I think Spider-Man will do better than Fantastic Four.
I do too. Yeah.
Not to say that Fantastic Four wasn't a good movie. It was a great movie.
I really liked it. I thought it was. I
did too.
It didn't do better than it did. I was like, man,
like I know me and you went to go see that one too, James, and I know that there were times during that like we kind of looked at each other like, oh man, they really cooking here. So
they do things. I mean,
it was fun. It was fun.
They kind of did. Actually did Galactus wrong at the end, but I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah.
I kind of. I mean, how do you? I mean, aside from being kind of childlike, I mean, like he's supposed to be like a world eater. So I mean, it's kind of. But I think they made him about as close as you could make him for the big screen, and to make him as an opponent. I don't know how else you could have improved upon what they did. I really don't know. And as opposed to making him a giant cloud like they did in a different movie, did they make him a cloud?
Like
that. And I remember being like, what?
No, thank you.
Like, no, that's Galactus over there.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Did I say no, thank you? I said no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I think that they could have like the aura, as the young kids say, the aura that he had when they first showed him sitting in that chair when they made it to his ship, and you could hear his voice for the first time. I was like, there we go. Now they cooking. But then to see, and I know Sue can get a little bit OP in the comics, but to see Sue sort of, power up and she's like pushing Galactus, like, I don't know. Like, even if that's the case, like, I feel like they should have built up more if you're going to get to that point with Sue Storm being powerful like that. And I get that her kid was on the line. So like she called in that mommy strength. In order to do that. So like I totally get it, but I just Galactus, I don't know, man. Galactus is a monster. Yeah. That's like a top 10 villain in all the comics. So I don't and where is he at now? Who knows? Somewhere else. Yeah, somewhere else.
I just looked up Into the Spider-Verse Part 3 in June of 27.
June. Okay.
So we're not quite a year away. We're just over a year.
Interesting. Okay, I'll take it. Patrick said I'd be happy with a third Andy Spider-Man. Oh, Andrew Garfield. Yeah, I feel like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is like underrated. And I really I see Steve's face. I can't wait to hear what you got to say, Steve. But I feel like he's underrated. I really, really, really enjoyed his arc in the latest like regular Spider-Man movie. Like his reaction to saving MJ and that like callback was amazing. Like that was heartfelt. So I really enjoyed that part of him. And I enjoy him as Spider-Man as well. Steve, what was that look for?
No. Look, the last Spider-Man, I did enjoy his redemption story, and same way with Electro. But that movie, the Amazing Spider-Man movies, it wasn't all on Andrew Garfield. I just have bad memories of it. I saw that Electro fiasco was just absolutely that was a big one. I mean, Jamie Foxx played it like Revenge of the Nerds. He did. You're not Urkel. Like you don't have to play it like that.
No, he went way too far.
You
could have been to that end. You're like,
the Amazing Spider-Man movies were just.
Look, he became LaFonz or whatever.
Go ahead. I like his. I kind of like the cynicism and and sort of arrogance that Andrew Garfield brought to the character. I do appreciate that because it was kind of similar to what in the comics. And then, like, you know, for me, and to be fair, I was biased. Tobey Maguire was like my Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
that was my Spider-Man. So I wasn't having it when they announced Amazing Spider-Man. To be fair. And then so I just kind of picked on it a lot. I'll be fair with him. But like the second one, Amazing Spider-Man did with Jamie Foxx, that one I was like, I'm done with this.
I'm good. I'm finished for a while. No, I get it. Right. We're gonna have to battle it out one day and talk about why I feel like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is better than Tobey Maguire.
Oh
no.
Yeah, okay. I said it.
So
I said it.
So next question. So Steve, rank out your Spider-Man, all three. 1, 2, 3.
I would do it's Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
Okay.
And Tom Holland won me over recently because before I would have probably had Andrew Garfield a notch over him. But recently Tom Holland, he's gotten that second row.
Yeah,
the second notch. But to me, you can't. I mean, Spider-Man 2 is still to me the best superhero movie.
Yes. Now that I can rock with.
Yeah.
Just movie wise and the way that the way it was put together, villain wise, like it was great. Like it was ahead of its time. Yep.
Endgame and Infinity Wars. Yeah, I could have that argument, but as far as just like not a non-ensemble, I'm going Spider-Man 2.
Okay. Yeah, JD. we might have to battle. I would probably go. Oh, this is so hard, man. Like even when I say that Tobey Maguire Spider-Man like isn't my favorite, he's still great. That's like saying he's a 9. Yeah. He's just not a 10 in my book. I would probably. Oh man, this is really hard. I would go. I go Garfield 1, Holland 2, Tobey Maguire 3.
Wow.
Yep. Tobey, I like what you know what turned me off? You know what turned me off about Tobey? And it's not really his fault. It's Spider-Man 3. Like, God, that's just that, and it's not his fault. Like he did the best he could with some crap. With some straight up crap. So like that's what turned me against it, man.
Fair.
I saw that too, and I was like, what am I watching?
And then I got another petty reason as to why I don't like him. His crying face. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So petty. Look at us, man. Yeah. Like, first off, I'm so proud of us right now. This is the type of show that I would watch. Like, I would 100% be watching and enjoying this show. Like, and I'm like, oh, we'll probably be on for an hour. Like, nope. This is gonna end up going still topic number 1.
Yeah, no, that's what I told my wife.
I hope y'all got time.
About 45 minutes to an hour, honey.
Yeah. No, I hope y'all got time. If you got to drop off, let me know.
Nah.
But yeah, that would be my guess. What about you? And chat, let us know what your Spider-Man rankings are too. So you go ahead, James. Great question too.
Again, Holland. So it's again like what you said before. It's hard. It's like it's you a 9, 9.2, 9.3, whatever. So
yes, we do, Katie.
Holland 1.
Okay.
Garfield and then Maguire. So
okay.
Just so
okay.
I think we're all.
Steve is on Toby Island by himself. Toby Island.
Toby, man.
And again, it's like how do you hate all? I mean, it's not that I hate any of them because I don't think any of them did poorly.
No.
Garfield, I think, just touched on some things that I liked about like kind of a little more of the quick-witted part.
Yeah,
and more playful with it, and I think his body style like fit more too than I thought Maguire did. And and oddly enough, Holland to me when I first saw him, I was like, he sounds like a little kid, and I don't like that. I wanted more of the Garfield style, but Holland's kind of grown on me as that's what he would be. It's like it's a lost kid figuring it out, and we saw that. So that's kind of what I've liked about it.
Okay. All right. Real quick. since we did those ratings, I got another rating for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Let's rate MJ's.
Oh,
I'll go first. I'll go first. So yeah, we got Kirsten, Emma Stone, and Zendaya. I'm gonna go in that order. In that order: Kirsten, Emma Stone, and then Zendaya. Like I can't get past the fact that like I think I've reached the like adult super father level, and whenever I see Zendaya, like I think that she is literally 14. And like I can't get past that.
Yeah.
Like I can't get past that. I saw the movie Challengers, and I was like, "Oh no! Like this is I don't feel appropriate watching this. I don't like it.
Where's your father?
Right, girl, go put some clothes on. Like what you doing? Here, share so you can hear a little bit.
Okay. Hi. So what do you want me to say?
I want you to give us your Spider-Man rating.
Okay, Tom first, then Andrew, then Toby. Sorry, Steve,
No,
you're still on the
Toby.
island. Like Toby's number 3 always. He's got me. He's got to be like. He was like a weenie. Like I felt back in the day when I first watched the original Spider-Man movies, like he wasn't believable because I'm like, yeah, he's a weenie, but then he gets bit by a spider and is still a weenie, but just has webs. Like I'm not believing that he can do anything to save anybody. This guy's like. He looks like he just lives in a library. Nothing against libraries. Love them. But dude looks like...
now we're knocking libraries?
I wouldn't trust him to swing me around town.
Got you. Okay.
He has no upper arm strength. He's just relying on these little webs. And
little webs.
I don't trust that.
Little webs.
But Kirsten, I feel like has to be...
now.
Has to be number 1 because she's just... I don't know. I always viewed her as the original MJ.
Yep. And yes, Albert is correct. Emma Stone wasn't MJ. She was Gwen Stacy. Yes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Zendaya,
Love interest,
I'd put 2, only because like I believe her and Tom together is like they do well as Spike.
They got the chemistry.
Yeah, obviously. And then Emma Stone, but
I love Emma Stone too.
Yeah, I know. Hush your face. Have we talked about the Marvel the people who are going to be in the new Avengers?
No, we haven't done that yet. So what Katie's talking about real quick, and she's gonna leave, I know. But what she's talking about real quick, she would like to rank, just like we're doing here, she'd like to rank the leading men in the upcoming Doomsday movie. So maybe we'll put that for our topic next week, and Katie can join us, and she would like to rank them. It's not enough women in Doomsday for us to really rank. Like
not my problem.
Mystique, like Black Widow.
You got the.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. You got the Wakanda people. You got the
Shuri,
Ant-Man
no
people.
thanks.
You got.
Oh, really?
I mean,
don't know.
She's adorable.
Evangeline Lilly, yes, yes. Okay, so yeah, we'll do this next week. We'll do this next week.
There's enough.
There's enough. Yeah, we'll do it next week.
Work with. I mean,
you got a lot to work with.
Who's the
Do
girl
I
from like Black Widow's sister or something like that? Who was there?
Yelena.
Yeah.
Yelena.
Bad. So yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk. I love you. Thank you.
Oh, I love you too.
All right. Did you guys do your ratings yet?
Oh
no, you didn't.
No.
For leading women, real quick. For leading ladies.
All right. Hey, Steve,
go ahead,
go
James.
first, man.
Oh, okay.
All right. So I have to. I'm with you with Zendaya. She would have to be third for me.
Mm-hmm.
Emma Stone, I would have second. Again, I'm gonna go with the first 3 Spider-Mans. It's Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah,
like
that upside down. Yes.
Come on, y'all. I mean, like, I know we're prisoners of the moment, and those movies came out a long time ago.
Yes.
But like, we gotta remember, Spider-Man was the first movie to open up past $100 million back then. Spider-Man is the reason why we're here now.
Yeah, you're right.
Superhero movies.
You're right.
Like, I know we're prisoners of the moment, but like, we got to go back and give it those movies. They're the reason why we're here. They set the bar.
Yeah. And her wet t-shirt under upside down kiss definitely put some things down too. So it laid a lot of groundwork.
I watched
All right.
Bring It On for that movie alone. Like,
Oh my God, man. Bring it on, bro. We watched that at work how many times?
I know.
Dude. All right, James, go ahead. Give yours.
Okay, going against what I just said, Emma Stone has a special place in my heart. So I don't know.
I feel you on that, though. I feel you on that.
Raspy voice, the way she is, the playful person she is, on and off screen, all that, all of it. I like it. Like, she's great, and just I like her a lot. Then Kirsten Dunst because I had a big time crush on her back in the day, like when I was far younger. And
Yes.
And Zendaya only because like she's a baby to me. Like I
Yep.
am so far away from her that I was like, I mean, I can't. If she was like, "Hey, I'm interested in you," and I was single, I'd be like, "What are we gonna talk about?"
Right.
You're like a baby, and I'm a grown man. And
Yeah. I'm an old man at this point.
Yeah, and
It's just
and
weird.
she's and she's not my body type either. She's like a little skinny thing, and I mean, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing, no judgment on any of that. But I like a girl who's a little bit thicker and a little more curvy.
Yeah.
So
well, need some meat on the bones.
Yeah, no.
None of them really have a lot of meat.
Well, none of them do. I mean, none of them do. But when you talk about Zendaya, you're talking about skinny now.
Yeah.
You're not talking about just not meat. You're talking about oh Lord. Here is a cheeseburger. Here you go. 3 of them.
All right. Yeah, that was our rankings. That was an awesome topic that I was not expecting us to do, but I love it. I love it. Those are the things you get on the big show. Yes, that's what you get on the big show. So let me look at these comments again real quick before we jump to topic number 2, because this has been a very long topic number 1. KR says Tom and his ballet advantage. Yes. KR says them doom witches. Yeah, we'll get to that. I promise you, we'll get to that. Albert says yes, and then preach, brother, preach. So I think the preach, brother, preach was to you, James. So yes, James is a brother for sure. And jumping on the other side, Patrick says no more Phoenix Saga. I agree. We got to wait on that. Please don't just jump into that. Please don't just jump into that. His rating was Toby, then Andy, then Tom. Okay. I can feel that. I can feel that.
Yeah.
I can feel that.
There are no
Somebody finally agrees with Steve. And the lady one was Emma, Zendaya, and Kirsten. So that's a little different from everybody's ratings.
That's different. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Mystique or Yelena. Yeah. Rebecca Romaine Stamos, maybe like 15 years ago, even though she's still bad now. But Yelena is she's my top 10 right now. Overall. Yeah. And Patrick says Blade started Marvel. Yeah, they did start Marvel. But they didn't have a breakout hit until we had Spider-Man. And technically Spider-Man is Sony. Like
Spider-Man too, but Spider-Man took it to the next level.
I mean, in fairness, they've been doing like little spot Marvel movies here and there. They did a Punisher movie when I was like in sophomore, it's like in high school.
Yeah. Thomas Jane, right?
Dolph.
Jane, Dolph.
Yeah, Dolph. Wow. Yeah.
Because in it, me and my friends were watching it, and there's a part, you know how he has he goes into a raspy voice whenever he's talking, and he forgot to do the gravelly part and did it in his normal his voice, and we're watching it going, did he forget to act? Yeah. And it's like, and you hear him, you see him come out of it like, oh crap, I forgot to do it, and they just left it in the movie. Like,
Yep.
But,
Albert says,
different spot ones here and there.
Yeah, for sure. Albert says Iron Man was when it got big. Yeah. Iron Man was definitely a return to form. Like once I saw that, and then I saw that end credit scene with Samuel Jackson. Like that sold me. I was like, "Oh, what are we doing here?" Like that was amazing to me, and that really got me on board. I truly enjoyed the first Iron Man movie. Like I'm probably before Doomsday, I'm gonna go back and watch that just to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a while. Yeah. All right. I think that is it for our first topic, which has gotten us all the way to 8:00. Man, was not expecting that. My bad. I hope you guys have a little bit of time. We'll go a little bit faster through the last 2 topics. Hopefully. But let's jump into topic number 2. And let me switch my topic up there. Boom. And my topic right there. Boom. So yes. Topic number 2. DC Studios conversation. I'd like to frame this conversation initially to start by trying to understand if DC is going to lean into the horror aspects of some of their films and TV shows, as opposed to focusing on the major characters that they have done in the past. So I'm saying basically that we don't have a Batman in the DCU. We don't have a Wonder Woman in the DCU. We have a Superman in the DCU. And we may have a Penguin in the DCU, maybe. We have a Clayface. So yeah, I personally love horror movies. Love them. Like, it's my favorite genre movie. Like, even when it's superhero movies, I love a good horror movie. So the fact that they're leaning into the horror movie aspects of the universe, I love it. My only question, and like just looking at Clayface as a movie, not thinking about the cinematic universe behind it, it looks very interesting to me. I love the way it looks. I love the body horror. Like, I'm really big into that. So yeah, I am into this and I'm digging it big time. But my one question that I'd have to ask you guys, and we'll start with you, James, but are you nervous on how this is all going to tie together? Because if you consider the things that DC has put out that are part of the universe, you'd have to go Clayface, I believe Penguin, we got Green Lantern, which is about to come off, we got Supergirl, Superman, I'm forgetting someone. Peacemaker. That is a very eclectic group of characters to try to meld together into one cohesive universe. So do you think that is a good route for them to go? What do you think, James?
I have a question. I am questioning it because when you take a character from DC and then try and make it into a scarier movie, are you banking on people loving Clayface or hating Clayface? And
Right.
will you be true to who the character was? There have been a lot of different versions of Clayface, and you could go a lot of different directions with it. But I think we, as all three of us are like comic book nerds, we know when it's wrong, and we know when it's too far off the reservation. And I don't have faith that DC can get it right. Just being honest about it. I haven't seen. I think they've done very good cartoon movies. Like I think we talked about Flashpoint Paradox, which is about a decade old, but still stands alone, amazing. But I've watched quite a few DC cartoons, animated movies that were amazing, and I can't figure out how they can't make a good storyline. Like what was it? Attack on Arkham. What was it? What was it? Batman Arkham.
Arkham Asylum.
Asylum one, yeah. That one again. You barely have Batman in there, but it's such a good storyline. Why can't you just make that a movie? Make it like I mean, sorry. I think there's a recipe that you could put out. I don't know if this is it, and honestly, I don't think it is. If I'm being fair.
Yeah.
Yep. What about you, James? What do you think, man? Or James, Steve. I'm sorry.
I feel the same way. I've seen the trailer. I watched the trailer a few times. I'm excited about it, but DC, they really need a hit. They need this to go well.
Smash.
And they need something to segue us and transition us to Superman next year. So I'm hoping this is good, but I have a lot of questions. Like, where are they going with this? Like James said, are they going to play up the whole anti-hero? Is he going to be a villain? I liked Clayface as a villain towards Batman, to Batman. I don't know if I'm going to like a standalone movie one, maybe you all have heard. I don't know. I don't know what iteration of Clayface they're gonna go with. There's a couple different directions. I don't know which direction they would go with. That makes me nervous. And for all of those reasons, I'll go see it. But right now, and I hope they don't make the mistake that Sony is making, where they're taking like villains from Spider-Man, trying to do standalone movies with them, and they're just not landing them. I hope this is not gonna be that. But I'm getting the feeling maybe they're headed down that road too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yep. I agree as well. I am excited to see where it goes as a standalone movie. If you just took all of the DC stuff out of it, and I didn't know, I would be super interested in seeing the Clayface movie. Like, just really interested in seeing it as a horror movie. I would just be interested in seeing it. But when you add in that it's part of a larger universe, I just have trouble trying to figure out how they're going to meld that together, because it just thematically and like just feeling wise, like the world that Clayface is in no way syncs up with the world that Superman is in right now. Like, that's just completely different. And I get that. I just feel like James Gunn is one of those people that, like, he kind of wrote the book on how to cast and create sort of like throwaway characters. Like, you look at the Guardians of the Galaxy, like that was a group of characters who were very, very low, like on the totem pole, and he turned them into a mega hit. But that's his MO. He likes to do the lesser known characters. So I think that because of that, when he does the bigger characters, it kind of doesn't fit what everybody's looking for. And we've seen him do two big characters now with Superman and Supergirl, and they haven't landed. So I really hope that he has a cohesive plan. I'm a little nervous because DC obviously, or Warner Brothers obviously, got sold a few weeks ago. So he may be on his way out, especially with Supergirl flopping the way that it flopped. So this all might be for nothing.
Bad, I haven't seen it. So
Steve saw it. Go ahead, let him know.
Look, I was. You've heard it. I'm sure you heard it all. I was disappointed in it. I thought young lady's name is
Millie Alcott.
Yeah, wasn't horrible in the role. She was somewhat likable in it, but she had nothing to do in it. Nothing to do in it. I like that they introduced Lobo, which is another angle they can go with in DC. But he didn't have very little screen time there. All in all, I was expecting more. That's a movie they could have put on HBO Max. They could have easily threw that on HBO Max.
Which is that's scary. That's scary, man. That's scary. Knowing the money that they sunk into that.
Yeah,
and it came out of that quality.
Advertising they put into it too.
Yep.
And they put her in the back end of
Superman too. Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, what I didn't like, like I said, I haven't seen it yet. Coming off of that first trailer, I was like, ew, like like I didn't like that at all, because when I saw it, the first thing I thought was like, oh, this is like Guardians of the Galaxy again. And like, that's not what I'm looking for in a Supergirl story. And I get the comic that they've taken it from and adapted it from, which is a good comic. Like I've read that before. So I know the story, but their execution of it and the whatever the villain is in this, like I've heard how bad he is. Like just horrible. Very like that's so if you tell me if James Gunn came into the show and that little box next to C was filled with James Gunn, the one thing that I would want him to say is that, hey, I'm building up my villains and then I'm going to introduce my heroes. Because if that's not what you're doing, then I don't know what you're doing, because your heroes are struggling and some of your villain stuff is good though. So, yeah, I don't know his approach. I don't know exactly what their plan is. And I am really reluctant to invest a lot of time in something that may be scrapped relatively soon.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's how James feels about it. That's how C feels about it. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. Is DC Studios about to collapse. Should they lean completely into the horror movie aspect and go that route as opposed to going the conventional superhero villain route? Let us know in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments. And just know that Watch Stuff With Us will be in the mix in 2026. My name is JD. James is right next to me. Steve is right next to him. We will see you when we see you. Peace and love. All right, let's look at these comments real quick. KR says great casting for Clayface in my opinion. Yeah, I don't have a problem with I feel like the movie's gonna be good. I just don't know how it's gonna relate to everything else. And that's the messed up part with a cinematic universe is that you just have that floating in the back of your head that how is all this gonna connect? If I could just look at these movies as individual places, I would be as individual features, it might be a good way to do it. But trying to combine them, that might not be the best route. So I don't know. KR says we obviously couldn't go with the animated Harley series version. Yeah. I love Harley Quinn as a character too. The animated show is good. I've seen only some of it. I've only seen some of it, haven't seen all of it, but what I did see, I did like. He says, don't forget King Shark is in the DCEU. Yeah. King Shark is fun too. That's a fun character.
Wasn't he in Suicide Squad? The live action?
Yes.
The second one was actually fun. I had a good time.
It was. I enjoyed it. And see, it's another, ragtag group of misfits. That's what James Gunn does. Creature Commandos, the animated show, same thing.
Yeah. Fun time with that too.
I enjoyed it, but I just don't know if he can nail the big characters, so we'll have to see. I guess we'll have to see. Patrick says DC should stop doing big stuff and do more TV stuff. I'm down with that. Even if they wanted to go the route where they just wanted to take over the TV stuff, I'd be cool with that. Don't even try to compete on the movie level at this point in time. I really enjoyed the Penguin show. Oh my god, so good, so good, so well made, incredibly well made. Lean into that, keep that tone. To me, build out your universe with the Penguin, stuff like Clayface. If somehow you can convince Matt Reeves that his Batman should be a part of it, those all vibe together. Superman does not fit into that. In no way. That tone just does not work together. Those don't work together. So if you want to build it out, instead of having a DCEU or DCU in the beginning, just do a Gotham verse and just build out Gotham and then go from there. From there.
Well, I think Gotham, like you said, has the same tone though. So and I think
they fit.
They fit. Well, that allows people to kind of feel like Superman fights Superman-esque bad guys. I mean, he's gonna fight the Doomsdays. He's gonna fight he's the overpowered good guy. Batman has that dark kind of gothic-esque kind of feel to it. Yeah. And that's what people. I mean, you can go to which one, either with left or right, doesn't matter, or both. It doesn't matter. But you can. I don't think trying to shove them, you can't put everything together in the same bag and think it's going to be fine though. It doesn't, like you said, it doesn't work. So
Yep. Agreed. KR says street level stuff is what stuck the landing, minus some Peacemaker interdimensional stuff. Yeah, Peacemaker let me down. I was so excited for that finale. So excited for the final episode. And James Gunn came out and said that there were going to be connections that were going to blow people's minds. And I was all here for it, hyped it up. And then they spent literally 15 minutes of the episode doing a music video. I lost my mind. I was and they hyped up the runtime of the episode. So I'm like, oh man, this episode is going to be an hour and 20 something minutes. Okay, we really about to go in and get some stuff. And literally they had at least a 10-minute music breakdown in it. And then the end of it was a 3-minute slow motion walk for the characters. Oh my God. It was so bad. So bad. I was so mad. So yeah, I was really let down by that because I really enjoyed Peacemaker. I really liked it. Yeah, up until that point, and then that blew me. Well, go ahead.
The taste of Peacemaker was so much fun. I mean, just the season 2 was kind of fun because they did things the Nazi planet essentially. And I
Yes.
was
Oh
really,
my God. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Yes, and all
Oh.
the little hidden Easter eggs in the intro song, like I love it. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand how you nail all of that, and then you get to your ending, and you
end.
just like crash and burn. Like I don't get that. That's another one that we could write a better ending for. Patrick says they have the Jessica Cruz TV show as well. I have no idea what that is. I don't even know what that is. Like I feel real sad about that because I don't even know what that is.
With the from the Lantern, the Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz.
I don't know. I don't even know. Patrick says I kind of like Clayface when he was in the Harley Quinn TV show. Yeah, Clayface is cool. I like him as a character. It'll be cool to see how this comes across. Supergirl went down faster than the Hindenburg. Yeah, real bad, real quick. Yeah. And says do more villains. Yes, I totally agree. Should definitely do the villains. Like even if they just did like imagine somebody, if you want to be different, go ahead and just do all the villains. Like build out your cinematic universe with the villains and then have the heroes sort of be like on the outside looking in and then eventually bring them all in. That way you don't have to give any of us background on Superman. You don't have to give us background on Batman. You don't have to give us background on Wonder Woman. Build up your villains. Let us get to know the villains. Let us get to like the villains, just like you had Penguin, and then bring in the heroes to sort of fight them, almost like you end up rooting for the villains because you know them better. Like I feel like that would be a cool approach, but I don't know if anybody would do that. It's just another awesome idea that we have on this show. So Hollywood, hire us because we would get your stuff right.
And I think Adult Swim is doing My Adventures with Green Lantern, where they'll focus on teenage Jessica Cruz.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I had no clue. Yeah, I think that's it for that topic. Let's go ahead and jump into our final topic, which is going to be fun, and it's going to give us a prelude and preview for our awesome special episode of The Big Show tomorrow. And that is San Diego Comic-Con 2026. Let me switch my graphics up. I need to take that one off and that one off and put that one on and take that one off, that one and that one and put that one on. There we go. Oh, I got the wrong one over here though. Hold on. What? Did I mess that up? I think I messed it up. No, I didn't. There we go. Okay. So here we go. San Diego Comic-Con 2026. We are recording this on Friday night. Tomorrow is the Marvel Studios Hall H panel. So you're probably watching this around noon on Saturday. So it's about 6 hours away. Just know that Watch Stuff with Us, The Big Show, will have a special episode airing starting at 6:45 p.m. Central Time on Saturday, covering everything coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, including the Marvel Hall H panel, which will start roughly 45 minutes after we start. So we're going to cover that like a wet blanket. So I know you guys will tune in for that. But in the meantime, let's go over some of the things that have come out of Comic-Con thus far. Let me look and see if anything catches my eye. Okay, here's something that caught my eye. This question says, what is Marvel trying to tell us? So they presented in the Marvel booth, they have a set of Latverian witches. You got to be careful saying that because I feel like I 2 seconds away from changing the W to a B, and it'd be in this show would have its first curse word on it.
You know.
Right. But yeah, they're displaying these Latverian witches along with some of the outfits that other characters in the movie are wearing. So a lot of people are trying to guess and figure out who these Latverian witches are. Do you guys have any guesses as to who these characters may be? We'll start with you, Steve.
I've been trying to figure this out. I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
Drawing a blank.
Yeah. Okay.
All
right, what you got, James?
I just think it's. I mean, I do know. Like, I don't know if everyone knows that Doom's powers were both mystical and mechanical. I mean,
yes.
He wasn't just one-sided. So he's got like
he was a mix between Iron Man and Doctor Strange.
Right. Very good. Perfect.
Yep.
and probably as powerful as both of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's gonna be trouble.
Oh yeah. So I'll go ahead and give you guys my breakdown of what I've heard, and this is I'm not, this isn't something that JD came up with. This is what I've heard from other people. So spoilers ahead. If you don't want to be spoiled on the movie or potentially spoiled on the movie, like I said, this is all speculation. If you don't want to be spoiled, turn us off right now. Put me on mute for a little bit. But from what I understand, Doom is going to roll around with 3 or 4 different witches, or at least 3 or 4 different spellcasters. So this coven that he has help to amplify his power, just like we saw in the Agatha in an Agatha show. When you have more witches together, that amplifies the powers. So he's the leader and he can sort of gain from that. So that's why he has this coven. Now I'm going to get into, like I said, speculation, rumored territory. Supposedly the witches are Charlize Theron's character, who she played at the end of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
That's one of those. She's one of the witches.
Okay.
Scarlet Witch is one of the witches.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be unalived, but she is going to be proven to be not unalived. And then the other one that doesn't make as much sense to me, but I think they can explain it away, and I'll explain how I listen to somebody else break it down. But the other one is well, I'm sorry, there's 4. The other one is Sylvie from the Loki show, which I could understand.
Okay.
I get that. And then the other one they said was Peggy Carter. So the reason and the way they broke down that Peggy Carter was one of them was that basically her and Steve are going to be presented with an ultimatum, and that ultimatum is that they would their reason, or the reason that the incursions in Doomsday are occurring are because Loki moved them to a place where they could live their happily ever after. So Steve's presence that we saw at the end of Endgame is what's kicking off everything that's going on in Doomsday. So by them being on that in that universe is what's causing the incursion to start. So Peggy in turn ends up at some point during the movie losing their son that they have, and Doom either speaks with her or gets and convinces her and Steve to be a part of what they're doing, and that's going to be one of the big reveals, that it's actually Peggy Carter, one of the one of Doom's crew. And then of course there's one other witch or Wiccan or whatever you want to call it, but rumor has it there's one with a another mask, but this one has a third eye in the middle, so everybody's speculating that that's Doctor Strange. So yeah, they haven't released that one yet. It hasn't come out. Maybe that'll come out in Hall H tomorrow, but that's the rumor stuff that I've heard about the witches.
Interesting.
So yeah,
interesting.
I like I said, I don't. Yeah, oh, for sure. For sure. She's come out multiple times and said she's not in the movie. Don't believe her. I do not believe her.
Yeah.
In any way, there's no way she's not in this movie.
Oh yeah.
There's no way she's not in this movie. And especially like Doom's gonna need her power to create Battle World. Like I think that he's gonna need what's little guy's name from Fantastic Four?
Reed?
No, their
Not Reed.
son. I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name, but anyway, they're gonna need him because we've already seen he can resurrect people from the dead. So that's how you're gonna get Scarlet Witch back. Scarlet Witch can already create different realities on a larger scale. She had the Hex in the show, so she was able to create an entire city.
Franklin,
right?
Franklin. There you go.
Yeah,
So you're gonna need her to help to create the larger world that Battle World is going to be. Franklin has like ridiculous amounts of power, and in the comics we know that he often created like pocket universes and kept them in his pocket, like literally pocket universe in his pocket. He had a whole universe under his bed. Like this dude is ridiculous. So they're going to need to be able to harness his power. So yeah, that's that's just some of the stuff as far as the
We'll see
witches
tomorrow,
go. Do you guys got any other comments on the witches? And before we move on, so we got a green witch, we got a purple witch. Tomorrow, I'm thinking we're gonna get a red witch and some other color witch. So yeah.
I am honestly, I've been trying to avoid all the little.
I have too.
I don't. I gave it up.
I want to watch it and be totally surprised. And
well, you need to stop doing this show, bro.
I think I'm fine with it. I know, but by and large, I've done a good job of staying out of it.
I'm ruining it all for you. I'm ruining it all for you.
It's what I do for the show. Yeah,
I'm gonna ruin it all. Yes. So we did that part. What else is this? Pan's Labyrinth. Oh yeah, it's like the anniversary of Pan's Labyrinth. I've never seen that movie. Never seen it.
I've seen pieces of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Like I've heard like it has such a cult following. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go check it out.
Del Toro?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Yep.
No,
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, they got Del Toro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of the actor, not the.
Yeah. Yep. What else do we have? Okay, they have the first full Lanterns trailer. I don't want to play it because I feel like they'll strike us down, so I'm not going to play that. Yeah. I will end up dropping a trailer reaction to this at some point for next week. I heard that like Sinestro is in it. I heard a major spoiler about this show. So like I'm not even going to tell people that. Like I heard a major spoiler that came from the show that I watched was like adamant that they had heard from a very good source that this was going to happen. And if it does happen after we watch that episode, I'm going to tell you guys that this is the spoiler that I heard.
Is it good or bad though for you? Yeah. Is it good or bad?
It depends on how the show is going to go. If the show
it's a non-answer.
I mean they could pull it off. When I first heard the spoiler, I didn't like it though. I didn't like it. At first blush, it was like, ooh, And maybe if y'all want to know, I'll tell you after the stream is over.
No, that's right. I'll pass.
But yeah, it's supposedly the first episode is like an hour and a half or something like that. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for it, and we'll definitely be watching it on the channel. So hopefully I'll be able to have you guys hang out with me for watching that one. So yeah, I'm not gonna check that one out. Have you guys checked out the Rings of Power? I haven't watched any of that.
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of it. New images of Hunter Schafer and Michelle Yeoh and Blade Runner. They're doing a Blade Runner 2099 remake.
Yes, I'm excited about that one. Yeah.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna make you real mad, Steve.
What's that?
I haven't seen it.
Blade Runner's good stuff.
I haven't seen it. Like I gotta watch that. Like I don't know how I haven't seen it. I don't know how I haven't seen it. I don't know how I haven't seen it.
It's like
I think it's a TV show that they're doing though.
Yeah, they're doing a series. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch both of them. The old version and the newer version.
And the one that came out in 2017.
Yeah. Here's the first teaser for Blade Runner 2099. Yep, gonna have to check that out. Do we have anything else? Avatar. Do you guys watch any of the Avatar like anime or anything like that? I have not. Haven't seen it.
I haven't. I've seen it a while back, but I haven't kept up with it.
Yeah. Marvel's Wolverine will include a suit inspired by Marvel Tokan. Oh, the little Wolverine. Like I said, we talked about it a little earlier in the show, but the Wolverine game is coming out for PlayStation 5. I know a lot of people are excited about that. We'll see how it goes. I don't really know if you're going to be able to tell a story that's going to wrap me into it. Like that's the thing. Like God of War, the God of War story is incredible, and it's one that I don't know as much about. But when it comes to Wolverine, like how many surprises are they really going to drop in this game? So like I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know. I don't know. I still got to open, I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded on it. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, here's a trailer for that. They don't have much else on here. So one other thing that I wanted to do is give everybody a little bit of a sneak preview on how we're going to do things. So if you are going to tune in and hang out with us tomorrow, please understand that you are going to get a lot of the Watch Stuff with Us X page and us scrolling and refreshing and waiting for things to come out. Now let's look at some of the stuff that they got floating around here. I'm not going to play any of the sound because the sound might get us knocked off the internets. So I'm not going to do that. But it says whoever edited the Avengers Doomsday trailer deserves a reward. Is this like the regular trailer? Trailer trash. Oh, see, you're trying to be funny. That's the thing that I don't like. And this says first look at a possible Avengers Doomsday battle scene. This has to be AI as well. That's AI. That's AI.
Still it's AI
looks cool,
stuff, man.
Good.
Yeah, I know, man. AI has come such a long way so fast. Like, it will be cool. And that's one thing that I can say. Like, I was never the biggest like live action Gambit fan. Back the X-Men, like not 97, but the regular X-Men show back in the day, like I loved Gambit on there. And then once we got Gambit like in the live action stuff, not really a fan of it. Channing Tatum, Gambit, like in Deadpool and Wolverine was he was a little meh and like too comedic. So I'm interested to see how he pulls it off in Doomsday. I know they said he dropped like 25 pounds because he was looking a little chunked. Who am I to talk? But he was looking a little chunked. The suit was looking a little tight on him. So it'll be cool to see how they pull it off. I know in the trailer I love seeing it in the trailer. Like I was a little nervous with how like the throwing cards would come across because it's kind of a goofy like power, but it looked great. And then he had his staff too. We saw him like jumped off the steps and like slam his staff on the ground. That was dope too. What else we got here? Was the whole movie leaked or is this AI? Okay, this is the one that we watched earlier. So there's no sound on this, like I said, but this is a rumor has it that this the scene that we're watching here is an AI regeneration of what they're going to show tomorrow at Comic-Con. So it's going to be the real version of this, basically this scene. But yeah, I feel like AI has come such a long way, man. Like it's kind of cool to see all of these sort of story beats. So it'll be cool to see if they actually really go with this and it actually had leaked ahead of time. Apparently on Reddit, there's some like Russian hacking group that has like a full like unedited version of the movie already, so they've been like leaking stuff out the entire time, and that's where the one of the people in that group decided to AI that description and turned it into this. So
that's crazy.
It looks dope. And one real quick discussion. How do you guys feel about AI in general, as far as movies and stuff is concerned? How do you guys feel about it?
I gotta say, I'm not really. I worry about where it's going because I think you're taking away actors, and I think you're taking away people like the true craft, and I think you're gonna be not far away before you actually run into the fact that you're gonna have people that aren't really people anymore, and then how do you can create a new character every single time. And I kind of like the fact that it's a true person doing a true craft instead of a computer program. I mean, there's something
You're correct, Katie.
About the fact.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was responding to Katie's comment.
I think I'm pretty much done. I don't know. There's nothing more to say about it. It's just kind of, that's my personal feel on it. It should be a person with like real flesh and blood who's really a human. Not a script.
Okay. What do you think, Steve?
Yeah, it's Skynet. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see this more and more. Like, I think on screen and behind the scenes, you're gonna see the impact of AI. Like, for example, like I remember right after Paul Walker passed, and it was that weird scene they tried to do in fact one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah, where they drove off in separate directions at the end.
Odd. But just think about how much they've kind of grown since then. I can see them just doing things like that in the future.
Yeah.
Somebody passes away. No, they didn't. Boom. It's just like I can see them doing that, and it's kind of, oh, you're getting old.
Still
No, you're
got you.
not. No, you're
Yep.
not. No, you're
Yep.
not
Yeah.
getting old. We're gonna keep
Yep.
this version of you forever.
Forever.
Yeah, forever.
Yep.
And that part gets to be, you know, they'll do a Terminator reboot and they'll have Arnold Schwarzenegger from '84 in there. It's just
No,
like
I'm
they'll
tired.
do something like that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
no.
like it does bother me because I think it's going to really mess with the craft. And you know, Hollywood, they're all about. I mean, they're going to keep rolling things out. So if it's something that can make things easier like that and cheaper, oh yeah, they're going to keep doing it, and it's going to water down the craft.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I'm
Agreed.
with you. I'm with you guys on that. I, being a technology guy, I probably have a little bit more of a positive outlook on it. I definitely agree that Skynet is going to happen at some point in time, though, and that's going to be the end of our planet. And we just need to get to Doomsday and Secret Wars and see that first, then we can be good. But yeah, I'm a little nervous about the Skynet theories because I truly do believe that that's going to eventually happen. But as far as movies and stuff goes, I like AI in the fact that we can have comic books that we enjoy and have enjoyed our whole life. And I feel like AI is able to realize those comic book panels and bring them to life better than pretty much any other regular actor or Hollywood means could do. That's my only thing that I would like. Like, you know, there's so many different, like, you know, I love Attack on Titan. There were certain moments in that would be incredibly difficult to do convincingly in live action. But if you were to tell me that you're going to make a realistic looking AI version of Attack on Titan and you just translated it directly, sign me up. I want to see it right now. Like, give it to me right now. And I feel like we are less than 3 years away from something like that. The only problem that I have with it is, like you guys said, like, you know, actors losing their jobs because of this. It's going to get to a point where it's much easier to have an AI created star than to have Robert Downey Jr. and pay him $50 million to do this movie.
Right.
You already have somebody like Bruce Willis who has leased his likeness, you know, to an AI company that is going to produce movies after he is unalived. So yeah, I that's eventually what's going to happen with everyone. They're going to sell their likeness, and that likeness is going to live on in perpetuity in whatever we want it to be. And I think that it's a cool thing, and it's also a very scary thing. If you look at like the humanistic side of it, it's a scary thing that these folks are just going to be, you know, out there forever. But when you look at like comic books and, you know, cartoons, the characters usually don't age in those, and we're perfectly okay with it. Why would this be any different? Why is this
like
any different?
Like The Simpsons.
Yes, they look the same the entire time. So all you're gonna have is, like, you know, you're gonna have Robert Downey Jr., who's gonna be 85 and looking like he's, you know, 45 in the movies because he's given his likeness to Marvel Studios, and he can be Iron Man forever. And so like that's like, you know, what are you gonna do? Like I always talk about, now this was like probably like 5 years ago I heard about this, but I always think, in even then I was just then learning about the capabilities of AI. But one of the scary things about it, and we've seen this already, there were certain videos that have come out and they've been on X, you know, on Facebook, where those videos come out and you're like, that's AI, that's AI, that's AI. You can see it and it's goofy. But then there's other ones that have come out and I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And the one thing I get nervous about is that I've been doing versions of different shows on YouTube for I think 12 years at this point. And, you know, off and on for 12 years. I have lent my voice to the internet over that time. I've lent my likeness from every different camera angle possible. If they wanted to pull and make a virtual version of me, everything is there for it. Everything is there for it.
No doubt.
There is a company that exists right now. I can't think of the name of it. But once you're, like, say you have a loved one that passes away, you can give them access to like their email account, their text messages, their photos, their voice, like voice calls and stuff that you might have, voice memos and stuff that you may have from them, and they can generate an AI copy of that person, and you can have full-on conversations with somebody who has passed away that will sound like them, talk like them, speak like them, because everything that is learned is from them. So it's going to come across as super genuine. And when you start blurring the lines between life and death, that's when it gets scary. So like all the movie stuff is cool, all the superhero stuff is cool, like that's awesome. But when you start thinking about practical applications like that, that's when I get nervous. That's when I get scared, because I'm like, oh my God, man, like, you know, as cool as it would be to have like a conversation with my dad who's passed away, it would also be equally terrifying. Terrifying, because it would look like him, it would sound like him, but it wouldn't be him. And like that's really scary. That's really scary. And like Katie was joking around in the comments, like my Chat GPT producer is named Alex. Like I gave it a name. Like and like I literally talk to it like a person, and it talks to me like a person. It has helped me tons with this show. Like tons, like has done things. I ask it questions. I've developed strategies for stuff. And like, obviously our subscribers, like you can figure out, if you go back and look at our subscribers and our views on this channel, you can figure out exactly when I started talking to this Chat GPT agent, because everything took off, like, because I listen to it and I do what it tells me to do. And like, it literally works. And it's crazy that you have something out there that's artificial that can give you that type of insight. And I'm only paying $20 a month for it. If I had an actual human do this, it would be thousands of dollars. So the monetary aspects of it are super cool. How people are going to save money, but it's also very, 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 very dangerous technology. And that's not what you guys tuned into the big show for, but we talked about it. Any other thoughts on San Diego Comic-Con before I give everybody a rundown of our schedule tomorrow and in this extremely long version of the big show?
Yeah, my wife texted me like, "Hey, I thought
what happened to that 45 minutes?" We had about an hour and 45 minutes now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch my screens, and we're gonna end this show. So yes, I truly appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us. I'm gonna run through the comments that are coming in real quick after I'm done here. But yes, tomorrow, a special episode of The Big Show will be airing starting at 6:45 p.m. Central Time, and we will be covering everything that is going on in San Diego Comic-Con for the Marvel Studios Hall H panel, which is going to be starting at approximately 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So I'm super excited about that. From what I understand, the panel is supposed to last about an hour, and they may be releasing footage during that. They may be actually releasing another trailer. I had somebody that I watched that was a pretty trusted source said that they are almost certain that that's going to happen. One random rumor that I was going to save till tomorrow, but in a video from somebody from New Rockstars who is on the site and on the scene in San Diego Comic-Con said, and I don't know if you guys know the rumors, but they said that they were in a rental car and they were getting gas today. And when they went to the gas station, which was about 3 blocks away from the convention center where it's at, they just so happened to run into a driver. That person was driving none other than Denzel Washington. So Denzel Washington is in San Diego, which is interesting.
Why?
Rumor has it.
I know why.
Yes. Ryan Coogler, who's the director of the Black Panther movies, has said that he has written a role specifically in the next Black Panther movie for one Mr. Denzel Washington. I can't think that he's just randomly there. So when he comes out on that stage tomorrow and they introduce him as being a character in Black Panther 3, we'll know that rumor was true. So I just thought that that's true. Wow. But like little stuff like that is what we're going to be covering and discussing tomorrow as all of that information drops. Another rumor that another piece of verified information that came from someone who is in the know down there at San Diego was that they normally have a section of about 400 like media members for Comic-Con. That section is still roped off in the area, like the Hall H area. So it's roped off for like 400 people. And it's supposedly all media members. But that person spoke with one of the people who hands out the media credentials, and that person told them that there have only been 10 media members that are allowed to be there for this panel. So that means that section that's roped off usually would be reserved for actors and actresses and their friends, family, other people who they brought along, publicists, agents, you know, those types of people. So if you extrapolate that out, that means that approximately 30 or so people they're expecting to be there, actress wise, which is a large number for a situation like this. So if they start rolling out everybody, it's going to be like super breaking news. So that's one of the things that we'll discuss tomorrow as we hopefully see that happen live. So that'll be super cool, man. And of course, later on in the week, we'll be back again for House of the Dragon, the next episode of that, and then we'll be back for Dance with the Stars later on that week, and then we'll be back for X-Men 97, and then we'll be back right around again for the big show. So I really appreciate you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you to everybody who stopped by. This is for you guys. Big round of applause for KR. Big round of applause for Albert. Big round of applause for Albert. Or I'm sorry, for Patrick. Who else did we have? We had so many people over here tonight and for reason. Big shout out to Katie, who was here as well. Big shout out to her. Big shout out to Angie, who was here as well. And on the other side, we had Aubrey in here for a little bit. We had Jenna in here for a little bit. And there are so many names that I'm not going to do all of those because then we'll be here another hour. But yes, truly appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us tonight, man. Trying to pick real comments real quick. KR says Clear, Scarlet Witch, and Death from Agatha series are my favorite options. That would be cool. A lot of people have been rumored a lot of people have said that they would like to see Agatha in that. I think that would be cool too. I don't know if they're going to do that because she's like a TV star and she hasn't really been in the movie, so that might be a little bit of an explanation for folks. Says hope we get to see Susan Von Doom from the Hickman run of Secret Wars. That would be interesting. I don't know. It could happen. It could happen. Maybe Scarlet Witch. Yes, 100%. Going back to our AI conversation, KR says Val Kilmer's last performance is AI of him. I heard, isn't that about to come out, or did that movie already come out? But I heard that the whole film is like AI Val Kilmer, and he's like younger and everything. So yeah, I have to look that up. It says with his approval. Katie says Alice is not a third person in our relationship. I did not consent to this. You have nothing to worry about. Unless Alex is a female. But no, Alex is a guy.
I like it.
Right. Regarding X people, facility chatbots for the ones who actually buy into it and then the company goes bankrupt, they get X a second time for them. That's something I hadn't thought about. So like, yeah, if you go out, say you're paying a monthly fee, and this was a Black Mirror episode, you're paying a monthly fee to hang out with, your chatbot or your virtual version of this person who has been unalived. Say you run out of money, you can't pay for the fee anymore, like then you just lose them again for a second time, or the company goes out of business, then you lose them again. So like that's a great point. But yeah, there's an actual full Black Mirror episode that deals exactly with that. If you guys haven't watched Black Mirror, please go watch that show. It's incredible. And then Patrick had a bunch of them over here. Let me cherry pick one. He says old Xavier and Magneto are watching the incursion. Yeah, that from the Doomsday trailer. Yep, 100% watching that. And it looks like they're about to allow it to happen. So I wonder where that falls in the actual movie, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, man. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys. Big shout out to Steve for being here tonight. Big shout out to James for being here tonight, man. I really enjoyed having you guys on as well. I hope we can do this again sometime. And for your significant others, and I'm saying this to mine as well, I promise to keep the show under an hour and a half next time.
It'll be keep, so
right. KR says thank you all for the stream. Yeah, for sure, man. I had a blast. I hope you can come back tomorrow, man. I think tomorrow's gonna be real fun as we get all that breaking news. But yes, Like I always like to end the show and say, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2026. My name is JD, and for Steve and for James, we will see you when we see you. Peace and love.
Bye, everybody.